Hello and welcome to our deep dive on ISO 31000, brought to you by EasyPathUni in coordination with Yazan Ibrahim. Now, I want you to think of this standard as kind of like the universal operating system for navigating uncertainty, really for any organization out there. In this explainer, we're going to break down this super powerful framework into simple, actionable steps. And we'll use real-world examples to show you exactly how it all works in practice. So let's jump right in. All right, let's start with the most important concept. The standard defines risk as the effect of uncertainty on objectives. Now, the key word here is effect. Notice it doesn't say negative effect. And this simple shift in how we look at it is, well, it's revolutionary. It means risk isn't just about what can go wrong. It's also about what can go right. It's that unexpected opportunity just as much as it is the potential threat. So here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to kick things off by really getting what ISO 31000 is. Then we'll dive into the why behind it all, the core mindset. After that, we'll roll up our sleeves and get into the how, the framework and the process. We'll also look at the real tangible benefits and then wrap everything up by seeing how this all fits into the crazy, fast-paced world we live in today. Okay, let's start with the absolute fundamentals. What exactly is this thing? What is this global guide for managing uncertainty all about? This isn't some hot new trend that's just going to fade away. ISO 31000 has been seriously battle-tested. It first showed up back in 2009, got a major upgrade in 2018 to make it even easier to use, and its relevance was just reconfirmed last year. So this is a standard that's really built to last and, importantly, to evolve with the times. So here's what you really need to get. ISO 31000 is not a one-size-fits-all straitjacket. It's much more like a master chef's cookbook, right? It's full of expert guidance, but you're absolutely encouraged to adapt the recipes to fit your own kitchen. It's universal. It works for a local bakery or a massive tech giant. And its whole mission is to help you create and protect value by getting everyone to speak the same common language of risk. The entire standard, everything we're talking about, it really rests on three incredibly powerful pillars. If you can get these three things, you'll unlock the full potential of ISO 31000. So first up, we have the principles. This is the why of risk management. Think of this as the heart and soul of the standard. It's the core philosophy that drives every single thing else. It's the mindset that really separates the proactive organizations from the reactive ones. Next, we have the framework. This is the how. This is literally the blueprint for building a risk-aware culture in your organization. It's the architecture of your entire risk management system, from the very top in the boardroom all the way to the front lines. And finally, we've got the process. This is the what to do. This is where the rubber really meets the road. It's your tactical playbook for identifying, analyzing, and then acting on risks. So you see, we have the why, the how, and the what to do. It's a complete system for mastering uncertainty. Okay, so let's dig a little deeper into those guiding principles. We're going to explore the why, that crucial mindset that really is the engine of effective risk management. This slide just captures the essence of the whole ISO 31000 philosophy. Risk management isn't some separate department stuck in a silo. No, it's woven into the very fabric of your organization. It's not a cookie-cutter solution. It's tailored to what makes you unique. It's collaborative, it's data-driven, and it's always adapting. And it recognizes the power of your people, of your culture. Because at the end of the day, a strong risk culture is your absolute best defense and your greatest competitive advantage. All right, let's get into the practical side of things. We're going to talk about the framework and the process. Think of these as your blueprint for building capability and your playbook for actually taking action. The framework is this dynamic, continuous loop, and you know what? It all starts with leadership. It has to. Without that solid commitment from the top, the whole system just falls apart. From there, it's this cycle of integration, design, implementation, and then constant evaluation and improvement. This is not a project you just finish and forget about. It's a living, breathing part of your organization's DNA. And the risk process is another one of these continuous loops, and it's fueled by constant communication and collaboration. You start by just getting your bearings, right? Understanding your context. Then you move into risk assessment. That's identifying, analyzing, and evaluating what's out there on the horizon. From there, you take action, you treat the risk. But the journey doesn't stop. You're constantly monitoring, reviewing, and reporting, feeding all that intel back into the system to make it even smarter next time. So you might be thinking, okay, after all that work, what's the actual payoff? Why does building a risk-aware culture really matter to your bottom line, to your mission? Well, the payoffs are real and they happen fast. You'll start making smarter decisions because you're seeing things with a full 360-degree view of your risk landscape. You'll build the kind of resilience that can turn what could have been a crisis into just a manageable challenge. And that builds confidence in your stakeholders, it strengthens your governance, it boosts your efficiency. And in the end, what's it all about? It's about gaining a real, sustainable competitive edge. And look, this isn't just a good idea in theory. It's a proven global standard. Over 80 countries have adopted it as their national benchmark for risk management. That's a huge testament to how universally applicable and effective it really is. This quote just perfectly captures the new reality we're all in. In a world of constant disruption, effective risk management isn't a luxury anymore. It's basically the price of admission. It is the difference between thriving and just barely surviving. Okay, so let's zoom out a bit and put ISO 31000 into the broader landscape. How does it stack up against other frameworks? And maybe more importantly, where is all this headed? You know, a question we get all the time is, how does this compare to COSO ERM? Well, think of it this way. ISO 31000 is your flexible, principles-based global guide. COSO ERM is a bit more detailed, more prescriptive, with a really strong focus on internal controls. It's not about which one is better. It's about which one is the right fit for your organization. Actually, a lot of companies find incredible value in blending elements from both. But ISO 31000 isn't just about managing the risks you see today. It's really about getting you ready for tomorrow's. So let's take a quick look ahead at the future of risk management. Because, let's be honest, in this game, if you're standing still, you're already falling behind. There are three game-changing trends just reshaping the whole risk landscape. First, you've got AI and machine learning giving us this unbelievable predictive power. It's supercharging our ability to use the best available information. Second, cybersecurity has moved from the server room to the boardroom. It is now a fundamental business risk. And third, ESG factors. They're not a side note anymore, they are a critical part of the risk equation. And the real genius of ISO 31000 is its adaptability. It's designed to embrace and leverage these new realities. So we'll leave you with this final thought. Take a look at your own organization. Are you just playing defense, only focused on trying to avoid threats? Or are you using these principles of risk management to play offense, to actively find and seize the opportunities that are always, always hidden inside of uncertainty? Because that, right there, is the real power of ISO 31000.